Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
Are you
Do
ready?
Like it? Do you like it like this? Do you remember which
Loosey
song
Goosey
that was?
Chime Time.
It's the Chime Time from Halton Hills Online. And,
Welcome back, everybody, once again to our weekly vlog here about town, our Loosey Goosey show with Big Daddy Russ Horton, myself, Lee Lake, and Leah Lylewood. Who else would it be? Nobody, because we're the only
we have
ones.
another guest here with us?
Yes, we do. We have a fan.
Yes. What's your name, sir? Can you sign in, please?
I guess Brody.
Brody.
It's the champ Brody.
You had to
from
think about
Cambridge.
that, though.
It's Leah's little boy.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I should have said that.
I
No,
wish
no.
he was still little.
Yeah, he's
Not
bigger
so
than you
little
are.
anymore.
It's great to have you here, buddy. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah,
taller
turned out to
than
be a
me.
beautiful afternoon this Friday here in Lee's Garage, and where we do our weekly jam every Sundays from 2 till 6 p.m. And we had a huge success last Sunday when we opened. We had Gord, the hot dog guy, here, and it was funny because he was about to leave because it wasn't busy for him. I'll say that. I got to give him that. But he enjoyed it because he got to see live music. Well, but half an hour before he had to leave, I said that on the microphone. I said, okay, everybody, Gord's got to start packing up now, so if you want yours. He just got inundated with people, so it was great to see him. It was good to have Gord here. But yeah, it was a good success. A lot of great players came out last weekend, and driveway and grass and lawn were all pretty much full of people, so it was a good turnout.
You're becoming a major highlight in downtown Acton.
It's a stop for sure. People have to stop because people were coming by, stop and sitting in their cars, even just checking it out and what's going on. And
Well,
it's
they
like,
did that last year too.
you must be new in the neighborhood.
It's so nice to have live music back.
It is. You know, we had another gentleman here who is a big town supporter. They call him the informal mayor of Acton. I can't remember his name now though, and I'm sorry about that. Older gentleman. He runs the town hall. Keeps the town hall running and stuff like that. Really nice fella. I've met him quite a few times. But he was just shocked at what we were doing. He's like, how come the town's not involved in this? Why isn't the town getting involved in something like this? It's something I do every Sunday. It's free of charge. We don't charge anybody anything. You're more than welcome. If you're even not a player, you're more than welcome to just come sit and watch some great live music. And
Well, it's a great way to promote our local musicians too.
well, that too,
including
you know,
yourself.
that's kind of how it started, I think, really, in the long run, we had a ton of great local musicians, and then COVID hit, and nobody had anywhere to play, whereas here we could socially distance and do it legally and get away with it. We even had, like I say, bylaws show up here at the one COVID that we raised money for the hospital and said we did everything perfectly. There's enough space here to be able to do that. So
It's a great location, right? And you're
it's
right close
easy.
to the downtown strip. That's
Yeah.
the amazing thing. You know, people walking downtown Acton, well, you're here. We're here. That's where we are, Frederick Street, right?
yeah.
Number 7,
Frederick
Frederick
Street South, because there's a 7 North, which is literally across the street.
Yes. We don't want to send you to the wrong house.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Well, you'll hear the music. So, like I
Follow
said,
your ears.
every Sunday, 2 till 6 p.m. and jammers are welcome. Just visitors are welcome to come and enjoy great music. So,
We're brought to you by Max Tires, as always. 873-9255, area code 905, and they, of course, fix vehicles as well. Trucks, hello to Fred's Towing and Easy Taxi as well. Always looking for drivers, both companies. Because nowadays, companies can't, you know, right now, if you're looking for a job, it's a great time.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of jobs out there. There's lots of companies that don't have enough people working. And so they're always looking for drivers at Easy Taxi and Fred's Towing. And of course, if you want tires, then the best deal is Max Tires at 61 Guelph Street in downtown.
right downtown.
Georgetown. Just follow the Fred's trucks and you'll find us.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere. And but Sean has he's been telling me we have the lowest prices will beat anyone's price. Somebody's dinging me already on my new cell phone. Was that you?
No,
Was
wasn't
that
me.
you?
Oh.
This is my very
Definitely
first
not
cell
me.
phone.
Russ finally got a cell phone.
Flip phone.
Finally got it. It's a flip phone.
Yay!
Oh,
But it has nice-
I already have somebody trying to sell me something. That's
Yeah,
good. Wonderful.
it's got nice big numbers on it too.
I've already got insulation. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm fine. But that's the first phone I've ever had.
Yeah,
Cell phone.
cell phone.
I had one lent to me once, but
Well, you work with one at night, but that's just
yeah,
answering.
but it's somebody else's.
Yeah.
And I don't know too much. Running radio stations, I know what I need to know to get by.
Yeah.
I am not an expert on anything, and these guys will tell you that. I'm terrible when it comes to touching things.
Something I did want to mention about Lee's Garage, one comment that kept coming up and still coming up, I had a guy even send me a message today, was the fact that we're outside.
Yeah.
We're not in a bar.
Yeah.
All closed up, and people, can walk up and talk to the it was really interesting to see the feedback I got, because we had a lot of new players out this year that we weren't out before.
Oh, it'll only get
So,
bigger as everything goes by. As the years go by, it'll get, hopefully if we're around long enough, but it'll be good, because we've had 2 years of our lives taken away from us.
Yeah, it was funny. Even Ken said that to me, my bass player. He said to me, "Oh, last year we yada yada yada," and I went, "Ken, that was 2 years ago."
Yeah.
And the look on his face was just shock, and he had to think about it and go, "Yeah."
You know what really surprises me? People don't think, because I guess it's the end of a century and the beginning of a new one, but radio stations out there always say, we play the best hits from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. Well, today is 22 years long.
Yeah.
It's 2022, guys.
Yeah.
People in radio and the media don't understand. 2022, 1992 was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Not 10 years ago like we think in our minds, because people are...
Well, you don't want to think that far back,
No.
because then it just ages you.
And never mind, well, the 60s, I'm not going back that far. But anyway.
People were alive in the 60s? That wasn't the dinosaur age?
Yes, was.
Bite your tongue.
Yeah. I still got my 45s, buddy, and my 45 center. Remember that?
Oh,
And when
I
you used
do.
to put it on in the old days, when you were doing a dance or even on the radio, shouldn't say this, but the odd time you'd play a 45 and the center wasn't there. And you used to become very good at this. This became an Olympic event as a radio jock. You used to center the 45 so it wouldn't go...
Yeah.
Remember the record centers? You give that to a kid
I
now.
know many of them,
Yeah.
trust me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they broke easy too.
yeah.
Well, Tammy, remember Tammy at the Appalachian, where we normally do our winter viewings? She has a metal one that wears around her
Yes,
her
she
neck.
does.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And you show it to Brody, he won't know what it is. I guarantee you.
He'd think it's for closing up your sandwich bags.
Yeah. All right. All right. Canada is recognizing the Platinum Jubilee of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, marking her 70th anniversary on the throne. Isn't that remarkable, when you think about it? As Canada's longest reigning sovereign, she is the first to receive a Platinum Jubilee. To mark this historic milestone, a series of initiatives are taking place throughout Canada to honor the Queen's service and dedication to this country, of course, and recognize Canadian achievements over the past 7 decades. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II is an icon, of course, for many Canadians. She is the only sovereign they have ever known, and this anniversary means a lot to many Halton Hills residents. This is according to Rick Bennett, our mayor. And I love the Queen. Who doesn't love the Queen? I was telling you. Actually, we'll tell you what's going on first. Halton Hills Public Library hosting a display in honor of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee from now through July the 4th. And the display is located inside the local history room of Georgetown Library. So check that out. But I love the Queen. And as I was telling you off air, her favorite meal, you'll never guess what it is. And I told you. It's beef burgers.
Right.
She loves hamburgers. But it's beef burgers
Just the
without
patty.
the bun.
Just the patty.
Without the bun, with a knife and fork. Thank you very much.
And I'll bet she has HP sauce on the
Yeah, I
side.
bet you she does too. And she loves cucumber sandwiches. And her favorite afternoon sandwich she's been eating since a kid is cheese and tomato. You take the Queen, whether she could have whatever she wants. She likes her cheese and tomato. And her beef burgers with a knife and fork.
It's a comfort food, right?
Yeah.
It's a comfort thing. Grew up on that,
I just want to go up and hug her when I see her now. She's getting older.
She's
and
that
fragile.
frail little old lady.
older?
Yeah.
She's that frail little old lady now.
Tough old lady, I'll tell you. Yeah, she's.
Yeah.
Great. I was always brought up with great respect for her, but it's her 70-year.
Well, the Legions are also going to be doing something too as well. They're a color guard made up of members of both the Georgetown and Acton branches of the Royal Canadian Legion. Will join the town for the raising the Queen's Platinum Jubilee flag to commemorate this unprecedented anniversary at 9:30 a.m. on May 30th at the Town Hall. So you know that's going to be probably a pretty good turnout.
Oh, absolutely.
We have a lot of Brits in this town. Between Georgetown and Acton, there are a lot of Brits and a lot of Canadians that grew up, again, like you say, her picture was in our classrooms, right?
Yeah, still on the $20
Still are,
bill.
from what I understand.
The Office.
You know, like she was on our money. She was, she was everywhere, right? So you grew up. That was part of who we were. And like you said, 70 years, just as sovereignty alone, is even, before your time type of thing. So
I love watching videos of her candidly, not in the public eye.
Yeah.
There was a wonderful video of her watching her horse win the race, and she just looked like a little kid sitting there. That's the side of the Queen we don't get to see, because usually she's somber about something.
It's such a formal something or
it's, hello, how are you?
Well, like you had Camilla and what's his name show up here there for 3 or 4 days.
We're at Lee's garage.
Hey, I missed that.
Never know, man.
You never know.
I keep inviting Dave Grohl, but I don't know if that'll ever
Maybe
get
all
out there.
three of them will show up at once and
It
surprise you.
surprised the heck out of me. But they showed up. Prince Charles, yes,
Yep.
sorry. No disrespect, obviously, but they showed up. They were here in Canada for 3 days over the last past
They went
week
up to
or
the
so.
Northwest Territories, and they were in Eastern Canada, weren't they?
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of it's got to do with the whole indigenous thing that's gone on over the past 100 years in this country, now coming to light and becoming, I think, more than just a story that needs to be pushed under the rug like it's been for so many decades here in this country. You had the Pope come also as well not long ago. He was in the country as well. Finally,
Has he been here already, or is he coming?
I think he came in May.
Did he?
Early May.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think so too. It was very hush hush, and again, swept under the carpet. Unfortunately, when we talk about things like this atrocity, you think of this thing in Texas that's gone on. And their gun laws and stuff like that. We've got to start looking at our situation here and what happened to our Indigenous people in this country over the past 10 decades. This has been going on, or if not more. And, it's so unfortunate because we have the people in government that can make these changes, and they're not doing it. They're let's pray for the families. But nothing's really being done.
Well, look at the water situation. Since Trudeau came into government, the discussion is about him getting clean water for them.
Right.
Nothing's happened.
Nothing's happened. And it's been already 6 years, 7 years.
Does the Prime Minister have clean water?
Of
Of
course.
course he does. Of course he does.
Yeah, he's the Prime Minister.
So it's a lot of us can sit back and complain about the gun laws in the U.S. and what's going on down there, but when we have our own serious, you're talking genocide. This was genocide in this country,
Huge.
and we have tried German Nazis for these atrocities that they did in Germany here in this country. Yet we have done the same atrocities. So we really, really need to take a look at this people and get a grip on some reality for the most part.
Well, guess what's back?
I know.
The
After
trunk
2 years.
sale. The opening of the Acton
Yes.
trunk sale
Yeah.
after 2 years. It's been 2 years without it.
I know.
My God. Run by the Acton Rotary Club, of course, takes place every Saturday from 7:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the GO Station parking lot, and it's running, of course, until Thanksgiving. It's so good to have it back.
Oh, we used to go spin tunes there. When I had Halton Hits,
Why not?
I'd go down there on the Saturday. It was around the corner from me, right? I'd go down, I'd set up a little PA, spin some tunes, get some stuff going. There were days there where that whole parking lot was jammed. Jammed.
Well, you get some great deals there.
Oh,
too,
it was
man.
great.
That's,
It was a great idea. And plus they do the Christmas trees every year too, so that's really
And
cool.
the
with
downtown
Rotary.
Acton folks, they do just a wonderful job.
Yeah.
You know,
Alex Hilson and,
we'll get
and the
him
rest
on
of
the
the
show.
board and the rest of the board are doing a great job. We got a new little bit newer look to the Leathertown Festival coming this year too, which is back really after as well a 2-year hiatus. They had a little mini Leathertown Festival last year. Pardon me, but unfortunately with the situation.
And Alex is hired.
Yes, yeah.
Excited to announce that we'll be hiring a summer student to act as marketing assistant.
Absolutely.
If you're interested.
Plus, they're going to help water the plants. I'll just let you know that.
Well, that's part of the job. This is going to happen over the next couple of months, and you must be between the ages of 15 to 30 if you want to
don't fit the
apply.
position.
You don't pay, no. Position will be open immediately, and there is a short-term or turnaround for this position. So if you are, or if you know someone that's interested, then apply very quickly because it's. They might have even hired somebody already. Do you think?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, we'll give you the
We'll give you the info anyway. Yeah.
It's info@downtownacton.ca or message one of our social media accounts for more information and to apply and get involved with the community.
Great little job. I remember when Josie hired a girl one year. She did a great job. She was so good. She was up every Saturday morning in that truck, out watering those plants and cleaning, help sweeping out front of stores, and it was really, really cool to see. And great summer job for somebody. I think it'd be.
And Alex is very. He's very active on social media.
Very active on social media. Very active in town itself. He's busy
You always
with a
see
lot
him
of.
wandering around.
Yeah. I
was gonna
Sometimes you
say,
see him
he's
watering the
active,
plants.
Like he
period.
just-
Yeah.
Well,
Never stops.
he's even playing in one of my bands. He's playing in another band called the $2 Bills. I know that. So, the guy is he's very active with churches and very committed to the community.
Alex, so much. Thank you so much for all the things you do.
Hard work,
for acting.
and he does it with a huge smile on his face and loves every minute of it. And go for it, buddy.
He's one of the great faces of downtown Acton. That's
Somebody I definitely like to call a friend, that's for sure. Longtime employee Warren Harris announced his plans to retire this week following 24 years of service. Harris started with the municipality as manager of parks and open spaces in 1999, a position he held until 2015 when he was appointed as an intern commissioner, later moving on to the position permanently following in that year. He was a professional landscape architect and project manager. Harris brought elements of design and project management to a broad range of projects, including strategic planning, construction, business planning, and most recently, the integration of social services, part of the community development. So, 24 years with the town. That's congratulations to him, and it's always good to see.
Well, it's great for people to retire after putting in so many years for our community, and thank you for your service.
And I do believe he was involved with I Have Resolve as helping with the choosing of the park and stuff like that, where the wheelchair swing was going to be going in. So, very cool. And we wish you all the best, man. Go to the cottage and do some fishing.
Yeah. We have to warn you. Of course, we had a nasty storm. What day was that? Saturday?
Yes,
What
because
was Saturday?
that's why I couldn't get the video
That's
done. 'cause
right.
we had
Yeah, it
no
was the
hydro
day
for
after our
hours.
video, and I was fast asleep.
And there's still a lot of people without hydro.
I was fast asleep, and all I heard was boom, like a freight train.
Right.
And all the power went out, and we were only out for a couple of minutes, but we're lucky.
We were a couple hours here on
Were you?
my street. Yeah, we were about 3 hours. We were out. I know over on Poplar Avenue, from what I saw on Facebook, they were 5 days without hydro over there.
We got it bad, but not anywhere near as bad as Uxbridge.
Uxbridge.
Uxbridge is a disaster.
Ottawa as well.
Ottawa
100,000.
too, yes.
We had out in Cambridge. There was, I think it was about 25,000 for several hours, and some for days. But
Yeah.
I know my area was a newer area, and we weren't that long. But
I was a little worried about my buddy, one of my radio buddies that works at CFRB, Todd Miller, who lives in Uxbridge, and thank God he went online and said everything was okay. But he took some of the pictures that I first saw.
Right.
Jesus,
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I think someone put them up
Our
too.
sympathies go out to those people, because that's a big cleanup, man.
Oh,
well,
absolutely.
and there was lives lost.
Yeah.
Injuries as well as lives lost.
There's
so.
a video circulating on Facebook right now. It's about 10 minutes long, and it shows little clips of what it was doing where. And my God, that thing rolled right.
I was driving in my car.
Oh yeah.
I was in Georgetown, and I drive a little go-kart, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I was afraid of. And I was coming across Armstrong, and there was so much water on the road, and the wind was so strong, it literally pushed me into the curb.
Yeah.
And that's when I went, I'm pulling over.
Yeah.
And I ducked in behind the little Taekwondo building there by the racket club.
Because there was a warning about 10 minutes after it hit.
After it hit, yeah.
Actually, the problem is I actually, on our talents of the Halton Wellington weather page that we also have, I put up a warning, but it didn't really show that it was going to happen in this area.
Yeah.
Right? But it was there anyways. They were saying, just watch.
Yeah. So keep your eyes on the skies. You never know. I mean, and as we get warmer on the planet year by year, it's only going to get worse. So expect, and because of this storm, Halton Hills Hydro have sent out a scam alert, or actually you sent it out, Leah. Please be aware the scam related to last week's storm already circulating. If you receive a text or email promising some sort of rebate related to the weather, do not click on the link, please, because it's a complete scam, and so you have to be careful. That's what the hell is going on in the world?
People try to profit from misery, man.
It's just
Missouri.
yeah, it's kind of like real estate.
And with the
Making money on other people's misfortune.
with the storm, we've had a massive amount of cleanup going on. So Halton region is adding waste collection services and waiving the yard fees, the tipping fee at the the waste management sites and stuff like that. Just because there's just so much for everybody to clean up. Even my driveway here, I had a huge limb fall off this tree. Thank God my car wasn't there. But yeah, it's definitely something the region's going to have to do in this situation just to get all the stuff cleaned up.
I mean, our damage wasn't anywhere near other areas, but we got it too. I mean, there was trees split in half, trees blown down in the middle of the road. Some of them were there for a few days.
Even after it cleared, when I left Georgetown, I went down through Glen Williams, down by Preston's. There was 2 roads closed down there. Cops sitting there with the lights on them, trees right across, and big trees right across the road.
Well, it was the same in Cambridge. The only way I couldn't even get a signal on my phone to talk. Yeah. Because the area was so vast there was no signal.
Well, there was a big tree right across.
There was a bunch of cell towers that went down as well. Not for Bell, Rogers, all of them.
Yeah,
their towers actually went down. That's how hard it got hit. So yeah, I'd have to say it was one of the craziest ones I've seen in quite some time.
Well, we were, like I said, we went out just so I could use the phone. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't text. I couldn't talk on the phone or anything. And that's what we were coming across. We had to keep getting rerouted. Yeah. All these. I took some pictures and put them up of some damages.
I saw them. Yeah, Cambridge got everywhere got blasted.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was bad.
It was a big storm.
Like I say, our hearts go out to everybody in Uxbridge.
And everyone here that has no power still.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few places in Limehouse even now, isn't there?
There's still places around that are blacked out. I saw Halton Hills had posted, Halton Hills Hydro had posted a spot where there's a couple areas that they're still working on. But again, it was just so many that it's
and these guys at Halton Hills Hydro are rock stars. I mean, look what they did to the ice storm.
Oh yeah.
When a big storm happens like that, they have to pull their crews out and bring them out on the weekend, and they have to fix
whatever
things
time
up,
of day, any time of the day.
Thank you so much.
367.
All right, we're heading into an election, of course. Did you figure that out from all the signs?
I thought those were signs for fast food restaurants.
Sign shops must go like this when it's...
A lot of them reuse them.
Yeah,
a lot of them reuse them. They pick them back up and they take them home and they store them and they...
Yep. Wellington Halton Hills is a large riding, of course, and you don't really realize how big
I don't think people realize,
It's from Guelph, includes Puslinch, Center Wellington, Guelph, Aramosa, Town of Erin, and goes southward towards Milton and east to Brampton. So it includes us as well.
It's a big area.
So Wellington Halton Hills, of course, big election coming up. Ted Arnott is the incumbent with the PCs. And we have Diane Ballantyne with the NDP. Ryan Caro with the Green Party. And Ryan is a girl, by the way.
Is a lady.
A very pretty girl, too. Stephen Kittredge is Navy Blue Party.
He's not a girl.
He's not a girl. And neither is Ron Patava of the Consensus Party. And I'm not sure about Torm Takas of the Liberals. Is he a male or a female?
I have not met the person, so I'm not gonna,
I haven't really delved into.
Not that it matters.
But they're the people that we're voting for, and so I'll be glad when all this is over again and we can go back to normal.
Normal.
What's
we'll
normal?
never get back to normal, my friend.
The Mountaineers beat the Bulldogs midweek.
They're not having a great couple
they're not
of weeks.
having a good couple of weeks.
Yeah, you see the Bulldogs out there running, like I say, down on Armstrong, and great young team. They've got some work ahead of them, and
we'll grow.
you know, they'll grow.
But
And
the main thing is we get out there and we support these guys.
very active sport, I must say.
You know, I mean, they play at Mold Masters. And,
Yeah, get out and support them, man, and might just seeing the crowd being a bit bigger, you know, get that young team's energy up, and away you go. So
I want to go down and see the natives play when they come in Akwesasne and Six Nations if they're coming this
you
year.
walk out of those games, you're black and blue, man.
You know, those guys are amazing.
Black
Absolutely
and blue.
amazing. And it's good to have them back after 2 years.
Yeah.
But
You
it's
know.
good to be talking about the Bulldogs, win or lose. You know, it's so we should talk about the radio and wrap things up. Don't forget we have local radio. Halton Hills Online is local radio with the music. We live for the music, and that's what we're all about. We're Halton Hills Music Station, right? Big Daddy's
Keep you dancing all day.
Top 40 Timeline Breakfast in the morning, and we have Leah. And we have from 10 to 2 every day, weekday, and then from
Of course,
2 to
myself
6.
from 2 till 6.
2 to 6, and then 6 to 7 is Moose Tracks, where we play local artists and Canadian artists for an entire hour. And then we have the Gatekeeper, Willie Wilkinson, who is on from 7 to midnight. Wonderful, gravelly old FM voice.
Gosh, that voice.
He sits there in the studio at night and just plays the tunes. And of course, on the weekends,
Scares the
we
hell
have-
out of me too.
Yes,
though.
he does. You want to keep your hands away from his mouth, by the way. Don't get anywhere
Don't
near
be
him.
feeding him.
Yeah.
Don't be feeding Willie.
Yeah, don't feed Willie. But on the weekends we have Bill Smith with the weekend mix, the newer music, and that's commercial free. We have country every weekend afternoon, Saturday and Sunday from noon to 4. We call it Halton Hills Country. We have the oldies in the morning, and of course Seniors Graffiti every 6 to 9 a.m. Saturday and Sunday morning.
Gotta
with
hit all those bases.
Elvis and the Beatles, or not the Beatles, no, this is before the Beatles. Elvis,
Buddy Holly,
Pat
Beatles,
Boone,
yeah,
Pat Boone, all
Pat
the old
Crooner.
Sinatra, all the old favorites for the seniors. So we have you covered in local news, weather, sports from Air Radio.
Easy to go to. HaltonHillsOnline.com.
Yep.
Boom.
We're not a podcast, we're a radio station.
We run 24/7.
That's right. Reminiscent of WKRP in many,
Very
many,
much
many
in
ways.
a lot of ways. Yes.
They call me the big guy sometimes.
We call you lots of things. You just
And
don't
we
know.
hope we have our own Jennifer right there.
Yes, there you go.
Leah. But yeah, it's fun, and radio is changing now. It's gone online. AM, FM isn't going to exist much longer.
Well, you know, I was going to kind of touch on that a little bit. You know, the whole thing going on at Chorus Entertainment right now.
I'm not getting into that.
You know, we're seeing, and you know, you and I have been watching this over the last decade anyway, because of our online stations of terrestrial radio becoming non-existent in a lot of ways.
It's a corporate circus.
It's not about radio anymore. It's about corporatization, and two, the generation that's out there today. You put them in my car and try to tune in a radio station. It's like trying to get them to dial a rotary phone.
Do you know there's no AM radio in Europe at all?
Anymore? No,
Gone.
It's gone. North America is the only country, from what I understand, that has any form of AM radio. And when you look at the spectrum on the dial, you know. Those old AM radios you tune in, like, you know, like this kind of thing. You got a big band now, like it's because it's dying. That generation of people that listen to that stuff is dying. So listen online. It's a better form of radio.
Less commercials,
less talk, more music. And it's local. It's about Halton Hills and what's going on in our area.
I'm very proud of our community radio station and all the hard work that the three of us put into it.
That everybody puts into it.
Everybody puts
You know, it's, you know, Allison Meeks has been helping us out. We've had lots of people over the years help us out. And
Allison's going to come on board in the fall and really shake things up on our media presence,
Yeah.
definitely, because I'd like a page for local musicians on our site where we can link up people like Gord Fenley and Neil and Larry and all of and you guys, where we can have links, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a video with these guys. Here's their website. Here's what they're doing.
Yeah,
you know?
Facebook page,
You
whatever
know,
it
we
is.
just
social
had the
media.
guys go down to Arizona from here.
Wicked Truth.
The Wicked
yeah.
Truth. You know, we have so many local musicians that we push on our radio.
And good luck to my buddy Ken, who's filling in for Wicked Truth tonight and tomorrow night. So good luck, buddy, because he's only had a week to practice. And that's always a little bit tense, let's put it that
They're a
way.
great band.
They're a great band. They're a great bunch of guys.
Crazy
we love
Chester.
Crazy Chester. We got a
Another
couple
one?
gigs coming up. June 17th at Tommy's Bar and Grill. We're going to be playing there.
You're going to be playing the radio reunion in October, too.
We've got that. We've got another gig on July 9th as well. We're getting bookings, and yeah, you want to check us out, go to Crazy Chester on our Facebook page. I'd love to see you.
Oh, you got a Facebook page.
Yeah?
You guys are ready, baby.
Yeah, good old Pete. He's in charge of a lot of that stuff, and he
Pete
does a
owns
great job.
Pinecone, of course, and he
Yeah.
is the leader of the group. isn't
Yeah,
he?
pretty
He's
much.
The John Lennon, isn't he?
Pretty
Is
much.
he the
Yeah,
John?
yeah.
Are you the Ringo?
I am the Ringo.
the
That I
Ringo,
am.
yes.
And they'll attest to that as well on many ways. But he also owns Black Rose Guitar House
Yes.
downtown as well, and downtown Acton. And big shout out to Pete. But yeah, like I said, the Acton City Limits guys, second week in June, have their jam. Which we're special guests at, and then the following weekend we're back at Tommy's
It's
doing
a
a
hard
gig, so-
life, Lee Lakin. It's a hard
love it.
life. I know
I
you
love
do.
it. It's,
and hot dogs thrown in there from Gord's, of course, occasionally.
Yes,
so,
we want to thank Gord once again for showing up. It was an interesting day for him. He had a lot of fun, I know that. So,
All right, so if you need tires, don't forget Max Tires is there for you. 905-873-9255, 61 Quell Street.
forget
And don't you forget it, in downtown Georgetown. And, well, I might as well say it now. Community is driven by community. You navigate.
We drive.
There we go.
and it just kills me that he's got to keep looking at it. I'm surprised you haven't got that memorized by
I've been
now.
like that for years, and when I'm on the air, I only have one cup in my ear. I don't know why I've always been like that.
Plus, you're still used to wearing cans too.
And plus, I'm dumb too. I'm an idiot. I don't remember. I
I
have
wouldn't say you're
short-term memory loss. I don't know why.
I think a little. I
Age.
think a little THC had something to do with that.
Far out, man.
Far out, man. All right. Well, like I say, we're wrapping things up here. We want to thank everybody for tuning in once again every week, like you do. It's fantastic. We love you guys out there, and all your comments and stuff you send us, we love those too.
And all our
good,
emails
bad, or
wondering
ugly.
if Leah's really a bunny rabbit or untrue.
Big Daddy Russ Horton, I'm Lee Lakin for Leah Lywood. Have yourself a great, great weekend. Please don't drink and drive. Call yourself a cab. You can always call Easy Taxi. And yeah, I'm going to tickle you now.
All right. Stop grabbing my nipple.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care, and we'll catch everybody on the B-side.
Oh, that's right. See? I knew I'd bugger it up. Shouldn't have said the word nipple.
That was it. That set you off.